ADACAS is the ACT Disability, Aged and Carer Advocacy Service. We were established as a not-for-profit organisation 25 years ago because the community of Canberra recognised that people with disability and frail older people needed somewhere to go where they could get independent advice and information and support so that they could have their voice heard in things that affect them.
I grew up with a sister with a disability and have watched her be treated very differently. I wanted to be an advocate. I wanted to give these people a voice, and I wanted to teach the rest of the world that these are people to be valued.
Moira was diagnosed with Huntington's disease. Moira and I found ourselves before the Guardianship Board of the ACT Civil and Administrative Tribunal, ACAT. A unit within ACT Health was trying to revoke our enduring power of attorney and give guardianship to the ACT Public Advocate's Office. If the application had been successful, I would have practically lost any say in Moira's care on health matters.
The interesting thing about John and Moira's case is it was about dignity of risk. John and Moira had lived in their community for a long time, and they had decided it was okay for Moira to go for a walk out of her home and things like that. And unfortunately, the medical professionals saw that as being risky behaviour.
We agreed for an occupational therapist to carry out safety assessment of our home. Over a few months, a social worker and psychiatrist began demanding a level of care to the point where Moira's independence and freedom was being severely eroded.
Values is a real issue because people tend to not value people if they make certain preconceptions. People still are expert in their own stories. And so it's giving them an opportunity to be heard and to challenge those preconceptions.
So as advocates, what we do is only speak up for a person or represent them when they're unable to speak up for themselves.
When I graduated, I went off to work in a law firm. And then after doing that for a while, I actually really missed the community sector and decided to come back to this position at ADACAS.
Representing people who are vulnerable and need a voice, need someone to support them to make decisions, to get documents filled.
I'm the mental health advocate, so most of my cases I handle are around psychiatric treatment order hearings. I help people with mental illness to have a voice at those, to support them at the hearing.
It's not just about winning and losing, sometimes it's about the journey. You can't always set the record straight, but at least you felt you've had an opportunity to say what you had to say.
Jane, our ADACAS advocate, stood up for us at 2 tribunal hearings and helped us with our submission. Jane made a huge difference. Without Jane's help, I may have lost my right to make decisions on Moira's behalf for her care, and she might not be living in our home. Tribunal President dismissed the application to our great relief.
I'm very thrilled and proud to be able to say that I work for ADACAS.